Okay. So I've had notes for this video for probably close to a week now. I've been contemplating whether I want to make this video or not. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to do a kind of a year in review. So I got some notes. Let's get to it because 2025 has been it's been a year. There have been some good points, but mainly it's just been pretty hard. I don't know, I guess this video is more just kind of an impromptu video on how Brawl went for both me and Brawl Stars, and maybe look forward to what's in store for next year because I'm actually optimistic. I mean, also I'm like worn out. I'm stressed out. I'm tired, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that things will change because all of you Brawl Stars players, we need them to. And quite frankly, I need them to as well. And listen, if you don't want to hear me talk about like the behind the scenes of running this channel, the struggles of that, like the reality of how much I've made this past year and some of my big wins, some of my big failures, plus how Brawl Stars had some big wins and how they've had some pretty big failures as well. Like if you don't want to see just me rambling about, then you don't have to watch this video. My feelings are not going to be hurt. You can just go ahead and click off the video now. Seriously, I get it. I'm going to ramble in this video, fair warning, but I do have 3 big Brawl Stars videos that I am working on right now, like the one after this one. It's gonna be a pretty cool video. I'm hyped for that one. So if you just want to skip this video and just catch up on the next one, dude, I totally get it. No hard feelings. It's all good. Okay, so you're still here. Cool. Let's talk about how the year went. First off, let's talk about how it went for Brawl Stars. Like, things were starting to drop off quite a bit from 2024, but compared to how things are now, I'd say it's going pretty darn well. That being said, we were still in the purgatory of Surge Lightyear destroying the meta and just driving players away, but that did finally come to an end, and we got a couple of like blah updates after that. What was it, like Super Brawl and Dark Sands? I don't know, the skins were pretty cool. I'll give them that. But like the bleeding of the game had already started to, go downhill. They did go on to add Trio Showdown permanently, which was kind of a big nothing burger. Like, it didn't take anything away from the game, but it's not like it's a big feature or something. But then they did actually add a big feature, which was the Pro Pass. Now, it is heavily skewed on like the cosmetics, but if you play a lot of ranked, it's good. And even the free-to-play side is actually tremendous for players. Like, if you're a player who cares about progression, even if you don't like playing ranked, I would highly recommend you play at least like up through Diamond because there's a lot of rewards on there for you. And maybe you'll start enjoying that part of the game more too. But nevertheless, the Pro Pass was a big win for Brawl Stars, in my opinion. Now, at this point, the game was already starting to drop off like substantially. The updates were pretty generic, and we got things like the Uno Mini collab. Again, just it's fine, it's whatever. It's not like it really helped anything, but it was kind of cool. We got brawlers like Lumi and Finks. Lumi was busted. Finks was pretty strong too, but then it like kicked off this crazy run of brawlers. And with that, Brawl Stars released their first ever ultra legendary brawler. And honestly, I don't really mind the new rarity that's more complex. I think it's pretty cool. Side tangent here. Ultra legendary? Like, Supercell is a multi-billion-dollar company with a ton of talented people there, and what we got was an ultra legendary. Like, that's really the best that they could come up with. Then we got Jae Young, who's really strong and versatile. Some dodgeball game mode that I really didn't care for. And then yet another assassin in Ally who was wildly strong. Like, I got her to 1,000 at power 9 because she was just that good. And then after 7 nerfs, 7 of them, she was kind of normal. It's the classic Supercell strategy of releasing a brawler that's crazy strong, getting everybody all hyped up, everybody buys it, everybody just wrecks the game for a month, and then they nerf it. It's their thing, I guess. I don't know. Then we got Mina, again, insanely OP. Trunk, who's a good brawler, one I hate playing, but he can be good in situations. I just really don't like playing freaking Trunk. That's just me. Which brings us up to the Subway Surfers update, which was pretty decent. It wasn't like an amazing update, but it was fine. One thing I didn't like, though, is that this update locked out a ton of modes, like the normal game modes that people wanted to play. They were just filled with modifiers. It's like, you log on, you're like, oh, I want to play some Brawl Ball, but oh no, it's got modifiers. Okay, cool. How about some High? Oh no, High stat map is really, really crappy. But what about Gem Crap? Oh, it's got modifiers as well, so it looks like I'm just not playing today. I did dislike all of that nonsense, but they would change that later on with what I thought was by far the best update of the year with the Stranger Things update. Like, the new Showdown mode was really, really fun. Even for someone like me who does not play Showdown, like, hardly at all. I love that game mode. And what's better is that the crazy decks that you got, they didn't leak over into the normal game mode, so you could still play just how you wanted to play. And then if you wanted to play with the new fun thing, you could go do that. Like, you didn't have to play it if you didn't want to. That was dope. Although, one really big gripe that I have, not with just that update, but the ones before and after, are the drop rates that they have on these new collabs that they've got going on. Like, the drop rates seem to be lowered a bunch. I don't know if that's, like, statistical, but, like, it seemed like the drop rates were really, really bad. And I hate this. Especially when the game is at, like, such a low point. You would think that, you know, Brawl Stars would want to be extra generous with these skins to, like, at least get some people logging on and playing them, like, because they know they have a good shot of getting them. Instead, it seems like they went the opposite direction, and it was really tough to get them, which just leads players to be frustrated, be like, these things are a scam, I never get anything, I'm just not playing anymore. It seemed like what the whole, I don't know, I'm sure that wasn't their intention, but that's what it kind of felt like. It was so hard to get these stupid skins. Brawl Stars, please be more generous with the drop rates on these collab skins. It's a big event for the community. Everybody wants to have fun with this moment and remember this moment later on. You can put that skin on and be like, oh yeah, that was a fun event. And nah, you just, like, people are, I don't know. Please increase the drop rates on these skins, please. And then finally, we got to the Buffy's update, this last one. And y'all probably gonna hate on me for this, but I'm kind of a fan of Buffy's. I'm not a fan of the balance of them, both in price and strength, but as an overall concept, I kind of like them. That being said, they need to be cheaper, or at least change the amount of resources that you need. That definitely needs to happen. The simple fact is that, like, on my free-to-play account, I have one Buffy, the one that I got for free. And I cannot justify buying any of them with my resources. Not only do I just not have the resources, but even if I did have the resources, I would choose to get the raw levels over a chance, 1 in 18 chance at the Buffy that I wanted. And what makes it even worse is that every game that I go into, there's a Mortis, an Ems, a Frank, and a Spike. All the Buffy brawlers are the best brawlers in the game. So yeah, they need to be balanced better. Like, out of the gate moving forward, they need to be balanced better. But, like, the Buffys themselves as a concept, as a thing, I actually really like. Although I am kind of scared that we're just going to go on this roller coaster ride again, like we did with Hypercharges, where you get some broken brawlers for a month or two after their Buffys get released, and then eventually they get nerfed, you know, just in time to release 6 more broken brawlers. It's not a fun cycle. Especially if you can't afford them, which, again, not very many people can. So by doing this, you're alienating a ton of players by making them prohibitively expensive. Like, Kairos and I, we fought with the devs to get their prices cheaper, and they did. They lowered them. But even then, it's too much. It's just too much. Like, too many PowerPoints, man. They need to balance them better. I threw out an idea to the devs about having a slider where you could choose how much resources you use. You know, you could slide between PowerPoints and coins. They didn't take the idea, or maybe it was too late, or maybe they just hated it. They didn't say, but we got what we got, and it's too expensive. It's just too expensive. We still have the Brawl Pass changes that are coming, although technically they're starting in 2026, so we can't really just, like, lump them into the review of 2025, although we know about them, and I think that that's still a good change, even though they cost a little bit more. Like, my gut feeling says that it's going to be pretty decent. So when you look back on the year for Brawl Stars, there were some good moments, but mainly it was just kind of a blah. It was just kind of a meh year. Like, permanent changes lacking outside the Pro Pass and the very end of the year with the Buffys. Like, it seemed like that they really focused on retaining new players, and in the same process, they kind of just gave the shaft and just forgot about the long-term players that have been playing their game for a long time. And because of that, like, a lot of players, long-term players, stopped playing the game, and that really, really affected how many views that you get on YouTube. Because here's the deal. The Brawl Stars players that are watching videos on YouTube, they're not your casual player. They are your hardcore and or like your mid-core and your hardcore players. Really casual players that play the game for like 15 minutes a day. They hop on, they play their couple games, and then they just log off. they're not coming on YouTube to watch videos. Like the really engaged players, those are the ones that come watch videos like, from me and Kairos and OJ or whoever. And Brawl Stars effectively toss those players to the side to focus on the new players. And honestly, I get it. If the game doesn't have like a steady stream of players coming in and a decent portion of those new players, if they don't stick with the game, then eventually the game dies. That's just the facts. So I understand why they did it, but it doesn't make it any less suckier for the longtime players as well as the content creators who are watching your views go constantly just down and get smaller and smaller. Players left Brawl and they started playing like Clash Royale, who was going through a massive resurgence. And with that, quite a lot of Brawl Stars, content creators jumped ship and started making Clash Royale content. And honestly, I thought about doing it. Like, I even had a video planned, and some of it even mainly recorded. I had help from guys like OJ and Ken and Juicy J and Shane, and it probably would have been a pretty awesome video, actually. And sorry, OJ and everybody, that I didn't end up making the video. Like, if you didn't know, years back, I actually started this channel with Clash Royale, and I still play it a decent amount, like almost, I'd say every day or every other day. I'm only like at 10,000 trophies or so. It's a pretty, I play very casually, but I do enjoy playing, but just like, I don't know, like something inside me just didn't want to just dive into that and start making videos on it. It always reminded me of the saying of, dance with the one that brung you. I don't know if you guys get that saying, but like, imagine you're going to a school dance and you've taken, Rebecca with you as your dance partner, the person you're going to the dance with. And when you get to the dance, you're dancing with Rebecca. You're having a good time. I don't know why her name's Rebecca. It just is. Go with it. Rebecca and you are dancing. You're having a good time. But then you see Samantha over there. Why is Samantha always like kind of a saucy name? I don't know. Anyways, you see Samantha and you're like, see you later, Rebecca. And you go and you start dancing with, Samantha. That'd be kind of a douchey move, right? It kind of felt the same with Brawl Stars. It's like, my channel was around 1,000 subscribers with Clash Royale. For good reason, because I wasn't like making the best content. It was just, I was new. I was just making stuff. I was copying people basically, and things didn't really start happening with this channel until I started playing Brawl Stars, and that's when my channel really took off. And so it's kind of like a loyalty thing. It's like, I love Brawl Stars. This is the game that I want to play. Why do I want to go make Clash Royale videos after I already dumped it just to try to get some views? That's not to say that I'll never make some videos on that in the future, but out of desperation, I thought that it was just a thing I didn't want to do. And because of that, I was left with a pretty rough choice. Now, if you didn't know, I have 7 kids. No, I'm not Mormon. I'm just irresponsible. What can I say? And kids are not cheap to raise. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you that are watching these videos are under the impression that I'm just like super rich or something. I'm pretty sure you guys think, in fact, I see in the comments, you guys are like, oh, Lex is rich. I will tell you right now, that is very much not the case. And frankly, this year has pretty well broke me. Not just financially, which I'm still doing okay, but that's only because I had to take a day job. I had to take a second job that I work now. I am no longer a full-time content creator. Like, if you haven't noticed, the amount of uploads on my channel have dropped dramatically. And that's just because I'm working a day job. Like, I will work all day long, and then I come home and I try to get stuff done on videos after I get home. I'm working like 15 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, no time off. And so, yeah, I'm tired. And I've actually seen some comments. People are like, bro, Lex, what's wrong with you? You're like, your eyes are puffy, dude. And I'm like, yeah, because I sleep like 6 hours a night and I work nonstop and I'm tired. I'm tired. And it's hard to keep like grinding, but like, it's what I got to do. But at the same time, if I'm being completely honest, like, I feel like a failure. Like, I look at my channel and I see the views that I'm getting now versus last year or even from years past. And yeah, I feel like a failure. Like, I can rationalize it in my mind and realize that it's not completely my fault. There's some things that I could have done better, sure, but like a big portion of that is just the state of the game and how, the audience for views on YouTube on Brawl Stars are drastically lower than what it was before because the game isn't as popular. And it's not just me. I look around at my fellow peers and everybody has seen their Brawl Stars views decline dramatically. Some, again, like I said, some guys have just been like, okay, cool, I'm not posting Brawl Stars again, or I'll post like one Brawl Stars video every couple weeks just to keep their, toe dipped into the Brawl Stars thing. I don't know. Like I said, I look at my channel, I look at the amount of money I'm making, and I feel like a complete failure. It's how I feel sometimes. Actually, a lot of the time, if I'm going to be just completely real. And it sucks. It sucks. And what's worse is that it's not like I haven't been trying. Like some of the videos that I put out, I haven't seen anybody do any videos like that. Like the How Tall Is Every Brawler video I did. Like that's an original video that I thought was really great. It got okay views. You know, it is what it is. And I've been trying hard, like on the series that I've had ongoing. I've been trying hard on those as well. And I'm actually very proud of the videos that I've done. I think that they're good videos. They really are. But the brutal truth of it all is that I was losing money on almost every video I was putting out. I was losing money. And I had to lay off 2 of my employees, which really, really sucked. They're good people, but I just couldn't afford to pay them. I couldn't afford to pay them. Which means that it's now the entire Lex team is just me and my editor, Toma, who, by the way, let me just say, he's been with me for like 6 or 7 years. Okay, I can't say those numbers anymore. He's been with me for a long time, but he's more like a family to me than he is an employee. Like, I love Toma. He's amazing, and I'm very thankful to him. But he's the only employee I can afford, and even that, honestly, just barely. Which is why, in part, I had to go back and start working a normal job again so that I could, cover the business expenses and still support my family. Oh man, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just all over here like, oh, poor Lex. He's so bad. Like woe is me. I'm not trying to say like I'm, just you should feel bad for me. I don't feel that way, truly. Like I feel very lucky to be where I am. I'm fortunate to be able to make videos and have so many people watch them. And honestly, I'm grateful to you all, you watching the video right now. I'm grateful to you more than you could possibly know. Like truly, I've said this before. I could never really say it enough, and like the words don't quite have the full meaning of how I feel. But you and all the people who have watched my channel over the years have made an indelible mark on me and my family's life for the better. And I am eternally grateful to you because you all have changed the course of my entire life and my family's life. Truly, truly, thank you. I appreciate you. But at the same time, I'm not going to pretend that my income for me and my family hasn't taken just a massive plunge due to mainly in part the lackluster performance of Brawl Stars right now. Like my YouTube revenue, it's dropped compared to last year by about 60 to 70%. My creator code revenue also has dropped by about 75%. My sponsorships have been cut in half, not only like in the frequency of them, but also the amount I'm able to charge the sponsors, because like on YouTube, it's all about views. Like people will say like, oh, you've got 1 million subscribers, you got to be rich, but like subscribers don't make you money. Like the amount of money that you make is directly tied to how many views you get and how long those people will watch. Not subscribers, not likes, just like purely views and view duration. Now, that being said, there are some things that I could probably do better. Like I could just make longer videos. Longer videos make more money. Pretty straightforward. Like the longer the video is, the more chance that YouTube has just to, just blast you with ads throughout the video. And the more ads you watch, the more money that creator makes. And I could have just made longer videos and had more opportunities for YouTube to slam ads in your face. I'd make more money doing that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to just throw just like a massive long video at you just so that I can make some more money. Like, truly, I always tell my editor, I always tell Toma, like, just cut as much as possible from the video as long as it retains the story, like the journey of that video. I want you to feel at least like that I'm not just blabbering about just to make a long video to stretch it out and milk you for money. Which I kind of guess that's what this video is doing. I'm not doing it for the money, I swear. And I warned you before we got started. Just saying. But like, I want to make videos that like take the viewer on a journey. Videos that have a start, a middle, and an end, so that at the end of it, you walk away from the video, feeling like, I'm glad I watched that. Like you feel like I didn't waste your time, which is like why like my update videos that I do, especially the first one that's recapping Brawl Talk. I get all the information in there, like all the information that you could really get, reasonably get, and I do it shorter than most of the other guys do it. But it's just as much, if not more information than everybody in a compressed time with some humor thrown in there. And I still don't do very well. So maybe I should just make longer videos. Maybe I'm stupid for not doing it. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like what I wanted to do, but I don't know. Maybe I'm the stupid one. Probably am. Don't answer that question. But it's been a tough year for me. Like physically, I'm tired as heck. But even more so, like mentally and emotionally, like there's this weird thing as a creator. Like how you feel about yourself is directly tied to the stupid view number on a screen. Like when you see your views come rolling in and you look at your stats and it says like you're 1 out of 10, your videos, like if you didn't know, like YouTube will rank your videos like 1 through 10, like how well they've done compared to the last 10 videos you released. And if you see a 1 out of 10, bro, you feel like you're on top of the world. You're like, yeah, I'm a genius. I know exactly what I'm doing in this YouTube thing. I'm the king. I'm the god. Look at my views. I'm just so good. But then if like you see like a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, or God forbid, a 10 out of 10, it's a bad day. I'm telling you, it's a bad, bad day. You will sit there, and even though the video might have been good, for whatever reasons, it didn't get as many views, you will be like, bro, what have I done? I suck at this. I like, why am I even doing this? Like, I just spent all that time to get 50,000 views, and I'm going to make $150 off this video, and it took me 2 days to make it. Like, I just paid myself $3 an hour to work. Like, what am I doing? Like, what's the point of all this? And especially when all of that is tied into the security and well-being of your family. Like, if I don't make enough money, then my family doesn't have a place to live. And so you see these numbers on a screen, and it just beats you down emotionally, and it sucks. It sucks. And I know that there's other factors that cause videos to perform better or worse. I've made some videos that I thought were just crappy videos, and they freaking blew up. It's like, wow, you guys like that? Really? And then I've made some videos that I'm like, bro, this is a good video. This is a good video. And then it's like, oh, 7 out of 10. Well, that's fun. So glad that I sunk a week of my life into making that video that nobody's watching, and I'm going to make $200 off of. Awesome. Like, wow, that was a long tangent. I'm having to scroll up in my notes here because, yeah, I don't know, man. All I'm saying is that whenever you see stuff like that, it makes you feel like a failure. Even if it's not all you, it makes you feel like a failure. And I know I shouldn't feel that way sometimes, but I do. I feel like a failure that I'm not able to support my family as well as I should have, even though I'm working my butt off, like nonstop working. It sucks. It sucks sometimes. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, something's got to change. So, like, what about 2026? Here's the bright side, is that I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic that things will get better. I truly do believe that. I think that things are definitely going to get better. And I'm a realist, honestly. Like, I'm very, like, jaded maybe even, but I'm a realist, and I know that it's going to take some time, but I think that the Brawl Stars team is working really hard right now to try to set the game up for a better future. I know that there are big changes coming. Like, I have info that I'm not allowed to share with you yet, but I know that there are big changes coming that I'm excited for. Like, is it going to fix all the problems that are in the game right now? No, but I do think that things are going in the right direction, and I'm excited for what's to come. I can't really say much more about any of that, but I did put out a video not too long ago about some things that I think Brawl Stars needs to get back on the right track, things they need to do, and I still feel that way. So many people, I think, are way too quick to write people or things off based on what's happening in the current moment. The Brawl Stars dev team, they're not infallible. They make mistakes. Like, they are, after all, just like me and you. They're human. You know, people make mistakes. And it would be a pretty terrible world if, you know, people just looked at the few mistakes that you have made and decide your future for you. Like, oh, man, you remember he stole that thing that one time? He's no good forever. Like, he's done. Look at this mistake. I'm done. I'm out. Like, no one can live up to that. Not me, not you. Nobody can live up to that sort of judgment. So has the Brawl Stars team made some missteps and some pretty good ones, I think? Yeah, I think so. The community thinks so. But at the same time, the same community has declared this game dead. Literally, they've said that this game is dead countless times throughout its history. Like when it went from portrait to landscape, it's dead. That's it. It's over. I'm quitting. Game over. They just killed the game. When they introduced gears and power level 11, oh my God, the game is so dead. The game's never going to recover from this. It's over. I quit. And yet here it is, still ticking right along. And even last year surged to its biggest heights ever. So yeah, we are quick to write the game off, or we're quick to like overjudge people on some mistakes and things that they've made. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't criticize people. And I'm not over here just trying to glaze Supercell. Like I do see people on Reddit, like not just me about me, but like other creators as well, think that we're just saying things to keep Supercell happy, that we're scared to give our opinion, that we're just shills for the company. And no, like just no. Like Supercell doesn't pay us a salary. At least for me, Supercell has never tried to stifle my opinion. And they've never treated me any different after I've made videos talking about the things that I think that they have done just absolutely wrong. Now, I've tried to do it constructively, not like just bashing them or berating them, because I do think that you should always give people space to fail. Like you have to give somebody, whether it be a person or a set of developers that are a small group of people, you have to give them room to learn and improve. Like the lessons you learn in life, the best lessons are usually born out of failure. It's the way it is. Like you mess up, you hopefully learn from it, and you hopefully don't repeat it in the future. And they've done some of that. And they've kind of not done some of that as well. That's kind of how it goes. Like we saw how they released hypercharges, and how like every time that they released a new set of hypercharges, it just completely wrecks the meta every time that they come out. And I think that it's a mistake to do it that way, but here we are again, going through the same thing with Buffy's. But also, I think it's important to realize that you, and I'm talking about myself here too, it's important to know that you don't always know what's best. Like, you wouldn't walk up to a master electrician wiring up a breaker box and be like, bro, no, that's not how you do that thing, right? The red wire goes to there and the ground over. Yeah, I've flipped a light switch before, sir. Trust me on this one. It's like sometimes you got to let the person do what they got to do. Understand that somebody else may know something more than you. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't tell that same electrician that after they get things wired up, like, hey, yo, bro, just want to point out that now that when I flip the light switch, my dishwasher's coming on. Like, you should tell them when they mess up. You should do that. But, you know, maybe after that, you give them a chance to fix the problem. That's all I'm saying, you know? Nobody's perfect. Nobody gets it right the first time every time. Sometimes you got to have a little faith. And I do have faith that the devs are going to turn things around. And maybe I'm stupid for thinking that. Maybe they're like, you're like, Lex, dude, they've screwed up so much that I don't think that they've screwed up that much. They've screwed up some things. But like maybe you think that I'm just dumb and I'm not realizing that like how much they've screwed up. And maybe you're right. You could be right. I could be wrong. 100%. I have been wrong before. Only once. So yeah, I think that the devs are going to turn things around next year. And actually, I think they've already started to turn things around with the past couple updates. And now I'm not just over here just like trying to blatantly defend Supercell, some multi-billion-dollar company. They don't need me to do that. They don't want me to do that. I'm sure they don't. They probably don't want me to do that. Maybe they do. I don't know. But I've been very vocal about things that I think that they've messed up on in the past. Like, I still think one of the worst things that they did was it increased the power scaling of each level when it went from 5% to 10%. And I was very vocal about it then. I said it was a horrible decision. And I still think that that was a horrible decision. Like, I don't like the cost of Buffy's right now. I don't like the balance of Buffy's right now. I think that they have focused too much on new players while leaving longtime players in the dust. I think that the drop rate on the boxes and the collab skins is horrible. It's stingy as heck, and at the wrong time when I think that they should be being more than generous. There are actually, okay, I could actually go on about this quite a bit. There's a lot of things that I could complain about, but I'll tell you that I have taken all of those concerns, all of those complaints, and I don't make videos about them. I just go straight to the developers and say, hey, I don't like that you guys have done this. Please change this. This is not good. Sometimes they listen. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they make a decision that I don't agree with, but they've got their reasons, even if I don't know what they are. And at some point, you have to allow people the room to fail. or to succeed. And right now it kind of feels like a little bit both of those things are happening. It kind of feels like that Brawl Stars and me in a way are like in this strange transition period where like every update that's going to be coming out for a while, like it really needs to make an impact. And that's a lot of pressure. Like not just for them, but for me too. Like I don't want to stop making videos on Brawl Stars. I truly love this game. It's changed my life forever. And it's just a mobile game. I know, I get it, but like it's changed my life forever. You all watching this channel have changed my life forever, and I want to keep doing this. But like if the game were to keep going down, if we stay where we are now, I'll be all right. But if the game were to keep going down and down, then yeah, it might be time for a change. I'm not at that point right now, but it could. It's a possibility that could happen. And it's also a possibility that this game can blow up again, or at least start to rise again, which if that happens, then I could devote all my time again to the game. Love for that to happen, but who knows if it ever will. I think it will. I'm hopeful it will, but I don't know. And I've been blabbering about, man, I'm sorry if like this is not what you signed up for. You know what? No, I told you in the start of the video that I was gonna ramble and I was gonna talk about things. So I'm sorry if this was not what you were expecting, but I do appreciate you going on this journey with me in this video. Like I really do. I appreciate you all. So if you made it to the end of this video, I'm just gonna stop now. I'm just gonna stop rambling. So if you made it to the end of the video, let me know what you thought about it all, and I'll do my best to reply to as many of you as possible in the comments. And so yeah, 2025. It was a year of all the years. It was a year. I hope 2026 is better, not only for us, not only for me and my family and Brawl Stars, but for you as well. Happy New Year. That sounds like oh man. Lex just bashed on things for however long this video is, and then it's like Happy New Year. I think that there's some hope in there. I hope that there was some hope in there for the video, that you see that, you know, things are shaky and they've been shaky for a while, but I truly do believe that they're turning around, and I do think that 2026 is going to be a good year, and I'm hoping that it will be for all of us. So again, thanks for watching. I don't know how to end this video, so I'm just gonna spin in a circle and slowly move off to the side. What am I doing? I gotta do it now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I actually got to come back here and press the button to stop recording.